Well, morning, Tom. It's Saturday morning, weekend once again, and I'm down in the potting shed just having a sort out. And I've got all my seeds all ready for planting in the little wild garden around the back of the garage that I tidied up a few weeks ago. So, to start off with, these are all the poppy seeds that I've got this year. They're in a Costa coffee tin. I'll just get rid of me, then you can see them properly. There we go. So this Costa coffee tin is half full. That's all this year's poppy seeds. That's the big poppies, what I call the big poppies. And then I've got the where am I? Here we go. These are what they call grandmother's bonnet seed. They're a wildflower. So they're all grandmother's bonnet seeds. These are the Volateria, like the cuttings I sent you, and I sent you a few of these seeds as well. I've got 3 potfuls over here. I'll show you in a minute. And then I've got some bluebell seeds here. And then next to it, these are foxglove seeds. And then over here, now I don't know the name of this plant. Our friend Jenny gave me some heads, which I think I've got some in this. Here we are, look. There, and you just snap them off, and they go individual like that. But I'm not sure of the name. It's a lovely plant, but she didn't know the name either, so I think I sent you some of these as well. Anyway, these are poppy seeds, but what I call the single-headed poppy. You know, the normal poppy you see growing, and these here are antirrhinum seeds, which need to be shelled out of those little hard bits there that won't coming off. Get the seeds out. And these are just last year's sunflower seeds. That's all I have left of those. These are, I can't remember the names of these. They were given to me by our friend Jenny. I think I was going to send you one. But they're struggling. But I think they're coming to. If you look, like that one there, the leaves are pointing up. There's plenty of root on, but they were just in a bundle. Oh, for the life of me, I can't think what they are. I'll find out anyway and show it on the email, and I'll remember. But there is 1 or 2 dead leaves, but they were just bungled together, and I separated them and potted them up into these 5 pots. This one here is another one I've grown. It's called Alexander's Great. There's another name for it, but that one's going outside and finding a place for. I have got a big one in a pot, but they don't like a lot of sun, don't those, for some reason. And then the other day, this is the first sunflower Just move that tin out of the way. This is the first sunflower that has finished, and I wait while the back of the flower goes yellow. All the petals have dropped off, but you need to wait while the back of the flower goes yellow and then just cut it off about 7 or 8, maybe 9 inches down on the stalk. And I've brought this in here in a tray, as you can see, and let the seeds, there's plenty of seeds in there, they're nice and black, let them just dry off a little bit, and then we'll just split the head open and get the seeds out, because this year we're having a lot more sunflowers. I'm going to have enough seeds to feed the birds this autumn and winter. And then in this pot here, I'm not sure, again, this is a little plant I found in the shrubbery up near the wall, and again I've just popped it in some water. It's got a couple of berries on it, but there is some seeds. I'm going to see if I can retrieve them. As I say, I haven't a clue what it is, and try and cultivate those as well. So I'm planting this lot up. I've made myself a little note here. I'm planting this lot up late, well, you can't see it very well for that wood, but I'll read it here. Late August to October. That's all. I'm going to put them all in at the same time, because you're only a week or two difference between, say, antirrhinums and bluebells and things like that. So, and then they'll all go in that little garden near the garage, and in fact I'll show you where it is, and then I'll just cover them over. So we've a bit to do. It's a bit cloudy today, no wind, but that's where they're going. Just spread them about in there, and then what I'll do, I'll just cover them over with that topsoil and leave them to it. Yeah, it's nice and warm, no wind. We're going to get some rain next week, I think. And there we are. So my sunflowers up there, I've got plenty of those now. There's still about 3 to come out, I think. So there we are. That's the grand plan, and we'll just see what happens. Right on, just before I finally finish off today, I've just got this area cleared out of stones. There's a lot of stone down here, and I think at one stage it's been a bit of a dumping ground for all sorts, because we've unearthed bits of broken pottery and even a doll's head one day, you know, to this willow pattern stuff, and so it's you're always digging somewhat up. But this is where the mallow plant, or the volateria, is, of course, and I've just chopped these reeds back. They're a bulrush that are self-sown, I think, and I've put the other the Alexander Great plant that I showed you in the potting shed. I've put that down here. So the idea is eventually at the back end is to put some hostas in here. I might get about 4 in. That'll be enough. I'm not sure what that plant is, but it's quite a pleasant little thing. So I've just tidied that up a bit, and that's it, making a start for the back end of the year. Okay. Oh, and I've just remembered the 5 plants that I potted up from our friend Jenny are violets. That's what they are, so we'll let them hopefully rally and sort you one out. Okie dokie. We'll go and get a cup of coffee.